Shit, hold on 1 second, guys. You have nothing but sound right now. One moment. That should have fixed it. There we go. Hi. Welcome back to Boss Kitty Live. That's the kind of hot mess day we're having today. How are you guys? Happy Monday. I hope everybody's doing better than I am. Sorry about that. I was a little late, and then I forgot my water, and then I had to get Gracie out of the seat. And then I thought I hadn't turned my camera on, so I turned my camera on, but clearly I had turned my camera on because my camera was off. So here's hoping. I don't think I've actually zoomed in the overhead camera either, so we'll have to figure that out when we get there. How is everyone? Oh, hello. Yes, Smith, I was aware you guys couldn't see me, but thank you. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Mine was... I died yarn. So that final round of, the secondary round of box sets have gone out. The remaining 10 orders I have, I'm waiting for the yarn to get here. We had to order extra yarn because we had it open the full month, right? So once that yarn's here, I can go ahead and get those orders out for you guys ASAP. So just bear with me. We're on a roll. We're getting through it, so yeah. So much stuff going on, you guys. So we were going to work on socks today. I don't know where my socks are at the moment, and I didn't have time to look for them because there was a lot going on today. So instead, we're going to work on my blanket. I have to find the pattern for it, though. You guys remember my blanket, right? The little tiny granny square blanket, my scrappy blanket that I never remember the name of the pattern. So I'm sure somebody in here remembers it. If you want to throw that name up, it'll make my life easier when I go looking for it. I'm gonna drink some water. I am so thirsty. No, Samantha, we're not playing any games ever again. I'm kidding. Yes, of course we're gonna play our games tonight. So we'll play at 6:45, 7:30, or 7:15 and 7:45, just like normal. Yay, yarn. So much yarn. So I did this one because I ran out of Buttons and Bravery as a scrap, and it has like extra ectoplasm on there. I might actually do some more like this because it was just so much fun to do this way. So we'll see how that goes. The Battenberg blanket. Oh, you are my sunshine, yarn pirate. Seriously. Every time. There you are, you little bastard. Okay, free Ravelry download. I've downloaded this thing probably 8 million times at this point. There we go. Okay, so we'll get that up and ready to go. What else? Oh. So, my loves, our patrons have a Fleece to Finish project this Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. We're going to be weaving. I'm very excited. I got some warping yarn that's coming. I'm also really nervous about it. So that's what we're going to be doing with the Shetland. Hey, TK. Oh, my unboxing. You have a box for me. It's right there if you can reach it. If you can't, I can bend over like a gymnast. Okay. And then we have an unboxing as well. Crochet Hook sent us some goodies, and so we're going to unbox those as well. I had a different unboxing last night for a friend in private. That sounds dirty. It wasn't, I promise. And so everything was cleared off the table. Yeah, I really like that square too. Trying to cut the toughest salmon skin ever. Gross. I mean, not salmon, but the fact that the skin is that hard, that's not good. I love cooked salmon skin, by the way, like broiled salmon skin where it's crispy. So delicious. So I think we're going to start with the unboxing. Then we'll go ahead and look at the blanket, and then at some point I will tell you guys about another super secret upcoming thing that we have for patrons. I won't tell you a lot about it because it's a surprise, but I'm going to get you guys super excited about it, so stay tuned. In the meantime, let's see what this crazy, yeah, that's what I thought. Let's just zoom you in and adjust. Do you guys think this thing comes like all set up and ready to go? It never does. I don't have yarn out. It really is a Monday. I'm sorry, guys. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go. That works. So this is from, like I said, Crochet Hook. She was kind enough to send us some goodies. The one piece in here is technically for me to give away as a giveaway if I decide I want to, or if I decide I want to keep it. I'll probably give it to you guys as a giveaway because I'm a nice person. Oh my god, it's so good. Have you ever had a salmon skin roll? If you go for like sushi, get a salmon skin roll. They broil the skin and it's really crispy and crunchy, almost kind of like a potato chip, but salmon skin. It's delicious. Yep, so good, Eska. Okay, so look at that, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to turn it this way now. So here's the beautiful box. Oh my gosh, Crochet, it's adorable. I have a little kitty cat, you guys. This is not going to anybody. This is for me. This kitty's going to go on the show. Oh my gosh, she's so soft and sweet. So cute. She's got a little tag on that says, make a wish, make a wish, make a wish. Success, success, success. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet and cute. I love it. So we're going to have to name this little scamp. I'll think on that. We might not name her tonight. We might make a game out of it. We'll see. But she's just too darn toot and cute. I love her. So sweet. Maybe I'll let our members name her. I'll make a comment, a community post for members only after the show. And you guys can come up with some ideas for names. And then we'll pick from those. We'll let everybody pick from those. That's how we'll do it. See, members can be parts of the stuff too. Oh, I had to put my seat down a little bit. Sorry, guys. Okay, so this is just so adorable. Oh, you like I like Fiona too. She does need a name. We'll have a name by Wednesday. Scamp is good. Okay, so there's other stuff in here. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Oh, there's a letter too. We'll read that in a second. So love you bunches. Love you to the moon and back. These are like little cards that you can write stuff on, that are just like inspiring words and stuff. You are a star. I am a star. Let's see what else. You're a star. These are really sweet. Well, that's really cool. And then it looks like we've got some nice little, oh my gosh, I love blank note cards, and these ones are really pretty. It says, hello, hello. I hope that you love this top, or I can find someone who, or can find someone who will. I used yarn and a simple mesh stitch. I have both cats and dogs, so if there's fur, I'm sorry. I say that all the time, Crochet. I'm including a few extras for you that I thought you might enjoy. I look forward to your shows every week. Thank you, Crochet Hook. There you are. You didn't package it. Your husband did. That's okay. Thank you so much. That is the sweetest. The letter's going to go up on the back wall, too. Okay. I haven't looked at it yet, but it is super freaking soft. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. We're going to open it here in a second. But there's also stitch markers, progress markers, because I said I never have any. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's so lovely. So I know that you made this and you were not a fan of how it looked on you. I think it's just adorable. Let's take a look. So here you guys go. It's super cute. It's just a little tank piece. The colors are really great. You've got some orange. Got some orange in here, some really bright orange and whites and lavenders and blues and pinks and whites. I love it. I think it's super cute. I haven't decided yet. We'll probably go ahead and do a giveaway for it. like with our subscriber giveaway, like an extra piece if you guys want, because that was the original plan, but I do want to try it on at the very least. That'll give you guys an idea of size as well, and maybe I can model it a little bit, but it's super, super cute. I love it, and it's so soft. Opal for the kitty, that's a good one too. You are not late, Emily, I promise. So, Crochet, once again, thank you. These are wonderful gifts, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's just so sweet. And we've had a few people ask if you are interested in sending us stuff, buttons or cool things like this. You can send it to 10 Boss Kitty at 1050 Sunnyview Road, Northeast, number 8405, Salem, Oregon 973. They say it's 97303, so whatever. But that address is also in Discord. So yeah, thank you so much. Perfect shirt for me to wear to work. There you go. Oh yeah, because you're an art teacher. That would be great. So we're gonna put this over here for now. Oh, this kitty though is everything to me. I'm gonna put the kitty up here. I have so many, not so many, but I have a fair amount of crocheted kittens, and I have a hedgehog. I collect these things and I love them so much. And it's silly because I can make stuff like that, but I love when other people make stuff like that for me. It just makes me happy. So there we go. Okay, so there's that. What else were we talking about? Healing's worth it. Have a great evening. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, TK wanted me to show this off too. So I guess he was working on this on Craft Hole. It's the stepping pad area, like the outdoor patio for my little fairy door that we're going to put on the tree. And he'd stenciled all the stones in there, and then he asked me to come through and edge them all out. So get rid of all of the excess clay that was between the stones. And he was so impressed with how well I did, which, I mean, it wasn't that hard, that he wanted me to show it off to you guys. So here you go. This piece is a little funky right here. If you let me hold on to this for too long, I will continue to mess with it, because that's what I do with things that I'm working on. That's kind of why I went into fiber arts, is because I can't sit there and continue to play with it and try to fiddle and fix things to perfection. But I got like the edging here done. You can see how it looks. And then the door sits right here. So this is going to be used. He's going to take this and he's going to make a cast out of it, and then he'll put resin in the mold, the casting. And then we'll have a resin little stoop area. It's very cute. I got a pattern for a hedgehog from Hedgehog Fibers. No. Actually, Rat made me a hedgehog. Where is she? Where's Jordy? Where are they? This is Jordy right here. Rat had a fundraiser of a type, made hedgehogs years and years ago, and I purchased one, and this is Jordy the hedgehog. Aren't they the cutest? I'm sure there's a pattern for it, but it's just too stinking cute. So, and then Matilda sent me a kitty cat at one point in time, and she had taken the Boss Kitty logo and she did a shrinky dink out of it, and so it has a tag on it that has a shrinky dink of Boss Kitty. So yeah, we love stuff like that. Okay, and then I have an apron from JK Knits that she made for me that's got the Boss Kitty logo on it, and some really cute cat fabric that she gifted me at Oregon Flock and Fiber last year. My mute button's not working. There we go, that's better. So I've been getting over a head cold for the past week or so, I want to say. TK swears it's just allergies. Let's see here. Oh, you guys, it's well past time. My apologies. It is time for the wheel of goodies and goof 'em ups, my loves. I'm just cutting this. It's all scrap anyway. So we're going to go here. We have not even started to crochet. So that tells you what kind of day it's going to be. Okay, so let's throw the legals up. Perfect. And then we'll do the winner. Ashton Stewart, congratulations. You are our first contestant on the Wheel of Goodies and Goof Mops. That's exciting. Yay! Let's get that wheel open for you. There it is, right there. Hello, wheel. How are you doing today? So this is our beautiful wheel. And it's got a little bit of everything on it. We've got blinky rolls. We've got Ravelry patterns for $5 or Ravelry patterns for $10. I'm pulling yarn out of somewhere. Who knows? We've got Game Over, unfortunately. We have merch codes, which are stickers and buttons. We've got animal sounds. And we have dad jokes back, you guys. No joke. I legit have dad jokes back. Geordi is one of my all-time favorite Star Trek characters. Mine too. Only destruction. We have Yarn Tarot. We have free shipping internationally and domestic. And we have, I think that's everything. We have me. So, Ashton, I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel for you. That's a blinky roll.
Congratulations, you're a winner.
Let's see here. I don't have a lot of yarn out right now because I'm the worst. Let's see. I'll do these 3. Okay, so congratulations indeed. Let's get that wheel gone.
Good night and goodbye.
Good night and goodbye. Which one? I think so. Yeah. TK says, you need to have a mic for shit like that. That was too good. He said he played Geordi LaForge for like 7 years. Chief engineer. People challenged him on shit all the time. And not once did he come back and say, go take a look. It's in a book. That's because the internet was not a thing, TK. Okay, Ashton. You get to pick one of these colorways. Anyone. I've got Timey-Wimey in BKDK. I've got Brass Monkey in BKDK, and I have Balrog in BKDK. If I roll natural 20, you win 1 skein of yarn, free shipping, everything. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. Left. That's an 8. It's really close to a 20, but it's not blinking. It's an 8, unfortunately.
Game over.
Unfortunately. Okay, wheel. We'll see you in half an hour. So what that means, unfortunately, is you did not win yarn, Ashton, but it also means that you are eligible to play again on Wednesday. So, but thank you so much for being a supporter and, you know, subscribing to the channel. We really appreciate it. How am I? My braces are doing great. Thank you for asking. So close. Okay, I have no idea what yarn I have in here anymore. Apparently, I have a hell of a lot of ectoplasm. Roxanne. We got some Snuffy. I don't remember if I've made... I think I've made some. There's a bag full of these guys somewhere. It's just not up here on the table because there's no room for them. We've got some Timey-Wimey. I've got some of the... Some Pig left over. We've got... Oh, look at that. So many of these guys. Whew. There's the Sun Pig. I think maybe we'll do some of the... We're going to do the mustardy color for now, I think. I think that's what we'll work on. Actually, hold on. It looks like I was already working on these ones. So maybe I'll stick with this for now. Just for the moment. Clearly, I'm all over the place. So, are we surprised, though, honestly? Man, that frog in my throat is going to be the death of me. I mean, not, but it will. Blinky is a turd. I was really hoping for a dad joke. It's been a hot minute. Okay, I think these were on size C hooks. I think. That looks right. So, let's see. We've got 3 of them. I need like 520 something of them. I think I've got a little over 400 right now. I haven't worked on this blanket in months. I already opened the box, Samantha. It was the kitty cat and a shirt. And I have some progress markers in there. And some note cards and some inspirational cards. It's a lot of really cool stuff. What's up, TK? Oh, he's letting the kitty cat in. Was the Shetland you mentioned earlier a fleece? Yes. So, we do a thing. We've been doing a thing for about a year now called Fleece to Finish Project. Actually, over a year. And it's, I think it's in the other room. But basically, I was gifted a Shetland fleece. And we have skirted it. We've cleaned it. We've dyed it. We spun it up. And now we're going to weave with it. And it's a patron-exclusive event that we've been doing. If you become a patron over patreon.com/BossKitty, any level, you can get the VODs to that as well, so you don't have to just come in at the very tail end of it. She does have another fleece that's waiting for me, and then I have a different fleece that I don't know what it is that my mother dumped in the garage. So who knows? This might go on for the rest of our lives, because I still have more of that other Shetland fleece as well. So we're just going to continue to learn and process and, you know, try different things. Maybe we'll have guests on, as an example. Start a scrappy blanket like this, or knitted hexagons, right? So yeah, that's that. The Shetland is a fleece that we've been processing for a little over a year now. TK just dragged Gracie into the room in a box and left her here. Never? Will you do me a favor? In the basket next to the couch is the Shetland. It's the muted, it's muted. You know which one it is, right? He's going to grab it so I can show it to you guys. It is interesting. Plus, you know what else is on there, Jet? There is a VOD of me singing 50 Nifty United States, and I feel like that's worth Patreon all on its own. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's actually look at the Battenberg blanket. It's been a hot second. So, yep, size C. Good, 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 good. You're like, I don't know which one it is. It's this one. Yeah, no, this is perfect. So this is the Shetland. We've plied it with something else that I spun that was not Shetland because I didn't have enough of the Shetland, and we're going to make a tapestry out of it. So here, I'll show it off to you guys. It's still got a lot of not a lot, but a fair amount of lanolin in it. It's very rough. It smells good. It's a pretty rough yarn. I wanted it to look that way, and we've got lots of stuff in there. You can see there's sparkles in there. There's nubbies in there. There's everything in this. And we're going to make a tapestry out of it. So I bought some warping, cotton warping yarn that should be here on Wednesday in white and in black. And I think we'll probably use the black for this. I have not had dinner yet. Oh, I had cereal for dinner. I lied. I had cereal for dinner. I had Life cereal. So yeah, that's on our Patreon. This Saturday is our next Fleece to Finish project event. I was very proud of how this turned out. Because we did it all, you guys. We did it ourselves. Okay. Blanket. Make loop chain 4 chains, single crochet. No, slip stitch into first chain to form loop. Cool, cool, cool. Did I prep it by carding or combing? So we did both types actually. We have some combing. We have some combs and we use those first. And then I got a drum carder out and we used that to do most of it, and we made bats. I borrowed my mother's drum carder because I don't have one. That would be amazing. And it went much faster that way, and we realized that you get a lot of debris out when you do that too, that you didn't necessarily get out when you were cleaning it. You also had cereal for dinner. Roxanne, what kind? Looks like an 80s explosion. Thank you. I agree. And more 80s than 90s because it's a little more muted. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. We're going to come back here. We're going to do our slip stitch into that first loop to make our chain. And then we're going to do 4 again. And then I think it's, if I remember correctly, you just go in here and do double crochets like 8 million times. Everything in my life is 8 million times. Always has been, always will be. So TK set me up on Zoom yesterday to do a unboxing for a friend of mine. And it went really smoothly. And he looked at me afterwards and he said, "Why aren't you teaching classes this way?" And I had no logical response for why I'm not doing that. So I'm curious if that would be something people would be interested in. It are either private sessions or group sessions where I teach. So primarily you would have the same view that you have right now, where I would teach this way overhead and we would do close-ups and stuff. After I've taught a stitch, I would have you guys do it. And then in chat, let me know when you're done. We could talk back and forth too, because you guys would have to have, you have video and mics, obviously. You wouldn't have to have yourself on video though if you didn't want to. The only thing you would need video for is once you've finished your stitch up, a row of stitches, is to turn your video on long enough to show me so I can see that you're doing it properly. Do you stretch every time after? No, Samantha, I don't actually. Poke bowls are so delicious. Hi, Story. The way you said 1, 2, 3, 4, my brain instantly finished it. I declare some more. Emily, mine goes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But I like the somewhere too. That's a good one. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to go. I think it's 1, 2. Because that is the third one right there. And then we slide right in here. Now it's just coming back like as a memory at this point. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2. Excellent. Yeah, that looks good. Yes, I see the resounding yes. Oh my god, I'm so thirsty today. It's a vintage. Oh my gosh. Carmen, you're going to have so much fun with it. I love older wheels. My mom is looking into getting rid of a lot of her wheels, actually. I've told you before she has like 20 plus wheels, and a lot of them are older wheels. Like we're talking over 100 years old in some cases. And I think she's looking into selling, I don't know how many of them she's looking into selling. But I was like, are you going to sell them? Are you going to give me some? She's like, I don't think you have room for all my wheels. I was like, well, let me just look at them first and let you know. No, Samantha, I am not. But thank you for inquiring. Are you? Tired, I mean? You love a virtual class. Okay, so the next question is, what type of classes would you guys love? So I used to do beginning knit classes. Obviously, and in person I usually had about 12 students at a time. I think at least in the beginning for something like Zoom I'd probably cap it at 5 students at a time, just so I could give you guys more attention. But I've also done brioche classes, I've done lacework classes, I've done teaching people how to read their work, all sorts of stuff. That is a lot of Emily. She has a problem. It's like drugs for my mom. What's up? Talk louder. Yeah, TK's coming up with some other ideas that are interactive that might be really great on patron levels as well, or membership levels. So it gives us some more outlets and more ideas having Zoom work with our system. You could do it in Discord the same way. The other thing with Zoom being set up now, and now me knowing what the hell I'm doing with it, guys, it means I can have guests on the show. Like I can have faraway guests. I could have any of you as guests. So, or we could have yarn owners in other states as guests, or other dyers, or pattern makers, or rock stars. Do you know any rock stars that are alive? Are they still alive? Like who? What rock stars can you get on my show, TK? Anybody can get art. Oh, Miriam, thank you so much. Look at that little dude hanging out with his bandana on. I love it. Yeah, I really like the guest idea too. We've toyed with it in the past. It's just never happened. So I think we're both pretty excited about that idea. It opens the door to a lot of different types of content for you guys, because you know things can get stale if you do them the same way for too long, and we never want that to happen, but that's just human nature. Boop. Okay, so we have done our 2 first rows. There it is right there, so adorable. A beginning crochet class. Oh my gosh, I could do a beginning crochet class, but I would feel a little bit like a I'd have a little bit of imposter syndrome, since a lot of people in this show have taught me how to crochet. that are alive. You like that? So TK used to work in radio. He knows a lot of rock stars, but I suspect a lot of them are not alive any longer. I know all the famous people, like John down the street. How many granny squares per color? You know what, Samantha? That's the most brilliant thing about this blanket. I don't know. It's pure chaos. I have no idea. Whatever color tickles my fancy at that point, it's the color I go with. The only rule is no packy gray, because that's going to be the other color, like the other woman. It's going to be the color I use for the main color throughout. So no packy gray. I can be goofy sometimes, you guys. You don't even know. But this frog in my throat is freaking killing me. Can I get Stevie Nicks? Maybe I can get TK to dress up as Stevie Nicks. Oh my god, that's what I should do. I should have interviews with famous people and just have TK dress up as famous people and pretend to be them. You're an information monger, and I love just being able to hear about others' lives and experiences, and that's fun. So that would be a fun aspect of having guests. Oh, Roxanne, I agree. And it's just another dynamic. I could do that crochet class, Samantha. I've only ever done mosaic once, so I'd have to look more into it. Dancing around, tossing those squares in the air. Like slow toss, but then we'd have to do a Fleetwood Mac song while I do it. Just because we were just talking about Stevie Nicks. I think maybe we can make a short of me doing that. Possibly. We'll see what happens. I haven't given away the bit. We have to do it now. I'm just thinking out loud. Can't help it. I'm sorry. This is how my brain works. 1, 2. I gotta get him that crazy wig. 3, 4. You guys remember when I first learned how to crochet? Some of you do. And how I was just like, ugh. Now I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. Not to like toot my own horn, but I'm totally tooting my own horn here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 right there. And then you do the double chain stitch right there for your corner so it doesn't pull. Oh gosh, I have this, so a friend's daughter, she has some fairy farts that she used in a vest, and it's all it's a granny square vest, but it's got hearts in the granny squares, and they're all made out of sassy pants and fairy farts, and it's so stinking cute, you guys. You should call for celebrity impersonations from the Littermates. Ooh, that's a good one too. Oh my gosh, what's wrong, Emily? I need to run down on how you're doing these squares. Do you turn every round? I am not reading this pattern right. Do I need to combine English and UK terms? Emily, okay, so let me get done with this one and we will go through this round for round with you, okay? Yes, you turn, you just keep going round and round and round. So I'll show you here in a second. 1, 2. Next set. Basically, you're just kind of doing a spiral. You do a slip stitch to the beginning again when you start over again, but you're not turning your work or anything. You just keep working in a circle. The only thing that makes it square are those 2 chain stitches in the corners. So we'll get you through this, Emily. Yeah. Let me get this one finished real quickly. My mom was the shouty parent, so I thought I prefer learning with Dad. But after about the 5th time in 2 minutes, he physically grabbed the steering wheel. He was fired. I think my dad taught me how to drive. My dad was pretty chill about it. But this is before my father was a bus driver. I suspect now, if I tried to get him to teach me how to drive, he would be fired. I think you're right. I'm a fairly good driver, but TK is a terrible passenger. Like he stresses out when he's in the passenger seat. I do not look forward to the day in our life when he is too old and cannot see very well and they say he can't drive anymore. I don't want him as a passenger. I love him so much and I don't want him as a passenger. And he'll be a cranky old man at that point too, so it's going to be like a double whammy. Nobody wants that. I'll just have to give him really good drugs before we go out anywhere. Okay, let me cut this one off. Boop. And then we'll go over this together. Oh, sweet girl. I'm so sorry. Okay. Let me put this over here. So, you've got the 4 chains down, right? I'm going to go over every single part with you. Not because I don't think you know what it means, just because you've been crocheting longer than me, so I don't know which part it is that you're having a hard time with. You will buy a new sofa? What? Do I stretch after you finish crocheting for the night? Well, I stretch in the middle, which you are a part of. Okay, so we're going to do our 4 chains. That's the first thing it wants you to do, Emily. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go ahead and go into this first chain. We're going to slip stitch into it, which I'm assuming you already know. Then we're going to chain 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do a double crochet in the middle of this little circle that we made, right? And I like to keep my tail over the top of my crochet hook so that I can kind of crochet it into that circle, into that first row, so I don't have to try to weave it in later. So you're going to do that 3 times. That's 1, 2, and then 3. Okay. And then we're going to do 2 chains. And then we're going to do 3 more of those double crochets in the middle of that ring that we made, that 4 chain ring. 2, 3. And I'm sure this setup you've got no problem with. It could be I'm used to turning every round in a square instead of spiraling. Mine just aren't coming out right. So that's 2 of those things, and then I did another 2 chains. We're going to do another 3 double crochet cluster. 1, 2, 3, with 2 more chains. 1, 2, and then we're going to do our final one, but instead of doing 3 double crochets, we're only going to do 2, because that 4 chain that I did in the very beginning counts towards my 2 as one of my double crochets, and then those 2 chains that I would need at the end. So that's the biggest thing about this, is that you start each round by doing the last double crochet and the last 2 chain stitches in the row, technically. At least that's the way it looks. So right here I've got my 3 cluster here, my 3 cluster here. There's a 3rd one here. You can see I've got 1, 2, and then this will count as my 3rd. And so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up 1, 2 into this 3rd stitch. I'm going to slide my crochet hook in, and I'm just going to slip stitch. And then I'm going to slip stitch into that gap in between the 2, that corner. So I'm slip stitching one more time right into that gap, because that'll bring me back to the beginning of the round. And so now I'm back at the beginning of the round. And let's see what time it is. We've got 1 minute, so we're going to do another round. Just so everybody's aware, we'll probably be a little bit late on the next game, but we're going to get through this real quickly. So now I'm at the beginning of the round, because I slip stitched into that gap at the very beginning. And once again, I'm going to chain that 4, and that 4 chain is going to be the last double crochet and chain 2 that I would need in this corner. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And since I'm in a corner right here, I'm going to, and I've already done my 2 chain, I'm going to do 2 double crochet right here in this corner. 2. Just in this hole in this corner. After that, I'm going to do 3 double crochets, 1 in each one of these double crochets from below. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And now we're at another corner, so you've got that hole there from those 2 chain stitches. We're going to do 2 double crochets in there. So we've got 1, we've got 2. And then we're going to do 2 chain stitches to create the actual corner, and another 2 double crochets in that same hole, that same corner hole. And then we're going to do 3 more across this 3 cluster. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I had a feeling, Emily, when I first started this, I had the same problem. When I was finishing up my round, it was not clicking in my brain that I was finishing, that when I'm starting the round, I'm actually doing the last 2 stitches that the round would normally call for. And I was trying to turn my work to. So once you realize that, it becomes very easy to do. And it's just, I mean, you can make them as big as you wanted to. So I'm glad that worked for you. We can right over to, no, that's not what I wanted.
Goodbye.
Go away, go away. That is what I wanted. Okay, let's do this, you guys. All the legalities, all the legalities. Sorry, I was so busy trying to teach that I didn't actually look at a lot of what you guys were saying. My apologies. Samantha, let me make sure. I don't think you're on my list, so I think that you're eligible. Just 1 second here. You are. Congratulations. You are our next contestant on the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. There it is. I'm so sorry. Okay, you guys know what's on here? We've been on a great roll, Samantha, so let's see what the wheel's going to give you. Oh no, it's a game over!
Game over.
Oh, that's a bummer. Samantha, I am so sorry, but thank you so much for being a subscriber, for being part of the Boss Kitty family. And the plus side is it means you're eligible again on Wednesday, my dear. Wheel, get out of here.
Good night and goodbye.
Yeah. I think
It's time
I hear
to stretch.
Yeah, it's time for stretches, kids. Oh my goodness. Okay. So let's go ahead and roll our shoulders. Kind of relax a little bit. Let all that stress go. I have been so busy dyeing yarn. I need to get in there and dye some fiber for Wednesday because I don't have any right now. I finished up the green fiber and I spun it up with one of those tubs of Joy, one of these. It's really pretty. So yeah, it looks really nice. I think I'm not sure how many yards I'm up to at this point for Tour de Fleece. And I have not spun every day. I've spun more in this last month, though, than I've spun in a very long time. So I am proud of myself for that. Okay, let's go ahead and just kind of loosen up your neck. However that works for you. You can do rolls. Oh, that actually feels really good. So many crunchies. And I have a spot I can feel in my neck right here that's very stiff. I don't know if you guys can hear the crunchies through my mic. I highly doubt it. But they're there. Who are they there? And then you can go from side to side. I used to do this one all the time. And then here. And then this way towards your shoulder blade or shoulders. And the other way. Okay. I'm going to bring one hand across like so. So, you guys know that piece of equipment TK and I were talking about? I think we are... It's still priority, a huge priority. But we've got to get the booth made for off. And we really want to get the studio out in the garage. So I think those are going to become the first priority. So we're going to have to hold off a little longer. But we'll have it before the end of the year for sure. I suspect by off at the very latest. But, you know, that's just part of the game. You gotta spend money to make money. Oh gosh, I haven't done this one in a week. It feels so good. You guys, I made my first set of canned pickles last week. They're crunchy and delicious. and they're dill. And then I made some more last night that are spicy, and they're not crunchy. And I know what happened. They were in the bath too long, which is a bummer, honestly. But they're still pretty delicious. Like, I picked my first Thai peppers, and those went in them. I'm fermenting some pepperoncinis for TK and some jalapenos. We're going to see how those turn out. I am so excited. For a while, because you got a little too wild and free going through that. Speed limits are always just a suggestion. Tell that to the cops, guys. Oh, ow, that one hurt. Don't pull too hard. Oh, yeah. Just right there. Okay, and then just roll that out. We're going to do this one right here because I haven't done that one yet. And then the other side. Let's go to our workspace. We're going to put our hands out. Just splay your hands out wherever you are. Read your tattoos. And just start moving those fingers. Yeah, just, you know, rotate those digits. You really just want to get oxygen into all the places that you use your hands so much for so many different things. And I think we forget that. Do you guys know what's really great about this Scrappy Blanket? Is that there's yarn in here that's really old. Like, we're talking 5, 6 years old, 4 years old. So I can see the evolution of our yarn. So here's an example. This is Fairy Farts. And it's lovely. And at some point I changed Fairy Farts. Fairy Farts no longer has this blue in it. Right? Like, this is the same. This is the same skein. It's a very pretty color. But I changed Fairy Farts to this. I changed the blue that I used because it didn't bleed as much. And so now you have, I mean, the speckling itself is one thing because this is just a heavier speckled yarn. This skein happens to be, and you get that with this one too. But you can see this is brighter. It's a little more fun and flirty. So there's evolution of yarn right there. They're both technically Fairy Farts. I really like this one so much better though. Do we have any more like that? I think that might be the only skein in here I've got right now that's got that evolution going on. No thumb stretches for me tonight since I had surgery Friday. Oh my gosh, how are you doing? Yeah, I hope they heal fast too. What's going on with this? Okay. There we go. 1 and 2. So I'm on a corner again. And do our 2 chains and then 2 more double crochets. Emily, once you figure it out and you're doing this pattern, it becomes like riding a bike. Like, you could do it in your sleep. Guarantee it. I say that just as I screw up this particular piece though. There we go. That really lightly sprinkled one is so pretty. Yeah, the new one, right? I love it. It's really fresh. It's much more springy and fresh than the other one was. I love the other one, don't get me wrong. So, I have a surprise for patrons. We are doing, for TK's birthday, which is in August, the month of August, we will have a product available early for patrons before it's available to the rest of the public. So you guys will have access to it a full month before everybody else does. And the first 48 hours that it's available, you guys will have 10% off on it. So it's a double whammy there. I'm not going to tell you what the product is. You can certainly ask questions and guess. I might answer some of your questions, but I will not answer, is it this, that, or the other? Yeah. I'm not going to tell you what exactly it is, and I might just not answer questions. Who knows? But that's the big surprise for the patrons, is we're going to drop a product for you guys. You're going to have a month of early access to it before it goes off to the public. And for the first 48 hours, you guys will get it for 10% off. Because I am that nice. Samantha, his birthday is August 18th. I know nothing about cars. Your birthday's in August as well. You had a trigger finger and nothing else fixed. It's just a small incision at the base of your thumb. But you can bend it now. That's huge. And once it heals properly, I bet it's going to be like night and day. 3, 4. I'll be smashing out squares in no time. How many rows am I doing? I'm doing 3 rounds total. So I do the base round, then I do the one that does 3, and then I do the 7. I could have done more, but I want as many stupid little squares as possible. Oh, they already know it. We've done a BK birthday bash before. TK birthday bash before. Such a little stinker. He's like, you didn't ask my permission to give out personal information because I told you guys his birth date. Like, I haven't told you guys that before. What a nerd. It's a birthday banana hammock pattern. You wish, Elena. It is not a spinning wheel. I'm not selling spinning wheels. I will tell you this, that it is something that I looked at TK and said, why aren't we selling this? And he went, I don't know. We're dumb. So there you go. It was something very obvious that we were like, well, that was silly. I love the purple in this color. If you're wondering what color I'm crocheting with right now, it's Havisham. It's got this really pretty purple speckle to it, and then kind of this mossy, moldy green to it. Much like a moldy wedding cake, so that's the name. On a nice off-white base. And that green is so cool because it splits into so many different colors. No problem. 5 days after yours, and you'll be 39 this year. 40 next year. Cat hair yarn. I legally can't sell cat hair yarn. No joke. It is illegal to sell cat or dog hair as fiber. Will you like it? Samantha, yes, you will like it. Oh, Bubbles, thank you. Plates totally get me out on ticket. You managed to turn down a bus only street in downtown Minneapolis, and I think the officer assumed I'd never seen a city before. That's amazing. Nope. But like I said, Samantha, even if you guess it, I'm not going to tell you that that's what it is. Okay. There we go. No, ma'am. Although project bags would be really cool, Roxanne. Project bags would involve me getting my sewing machine out and wanting to sew. We did talk to somebody briefly about collaborating on project bags, and then they never got back to us, so it just never happened. But it has been discussed in the past. We have discussed project bags in the past. Oh, man. Which one? Conjure blood. There's so many projects running through your head. I bet it does. It's a Patreon cat hair yarn giveaway. One day after your birthday and my husband is... That is insane, Elizabeth. Oh, man. Great minds. That's pretty funny. Stickers of box set label pounces. Oh, I should do that too. Holy shit. See, this is why I have you guys guess shit, because you come up with brilliant ideas of things that I should do. That is a great idea. We could do a whole entire like sticker set of all of our box set Pounce logos. TK, why aren't we doing this? That would be really great, actually. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 right here. You drop it, will it still work? Are you talking about drop spindles? No. Yes, if you drop it, it'll still work. I'll give you that. That's really funny. I see what you did there, Winter. I mean, I guess it depends on where and what you drop it in. Urge to make a flowery mohair poncho in top in bath yellow and call it my big bird top. Crochet, oh my god, you should do it. Somewhere I have a bath yellow mesh mohair crop top I was working on that I never finished because why would I? It's gorgeous. I bought one of these reusable sticker books to keep them in. I just stick them all on this sticker book. It's getting full though. I don't know what to do. This is my newest one right here. It's my Kitty Cat Zero. Okay. Right, reusable sticker books? What's this you say? Listen, collecting stickers is like collecting yarn. It is a hobby and craft within itself. It's like scrapbooking, but with stickers. And like, you want the good stickers, right? Like the nice vinyl stickers. Good night, Samantha. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for swinging by. And that one's done. You just got your new travel hydro flask today and you're going to sticker the hell out of it. TK mentioned to me at one point in time, he's like, I've noticed that fiber artists are obsessed with stickers. I was like, nah, but I think he's right. I think we really are. Oh, I got that one really short. Oopsie daisy. Oh well. How many I got so far? 2, 4, 5. So I do these in bouts of 10. But I always come back to colors, so, you know, whatever. We turned an old whiteboard into a sticker board for our kids, and it has been an amazing parenting hack. It sounds like it. Here lies my commitment issues. Oh my god, that's amazing. 2, 3, 4. I think it's just that we know fiber artists like to hoard things. Like, we like to hold on to things and collect things like yarn and stickers and cool types of hooks and needles, you guys. And spinning wheels for some of us. There we go. Right there. And then another cluster. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this first round done. 1, 2, 3, so 2. And then we'll do 2 more double crochets. And then we'll do a slip stitch into that chain 4. 2, 3, 4 right there. And we're back to the top. Perfect. You want thingamabobs? I got 20. Exactly. I have not seen the new Little Mermaid movie yet. What do you guys think of it? But I am going to go see Barbie on Sunday. It's happening. Like, it's already been decided. I think TK and I might go see a movie on Friday. We might go see Oppenheimer. Did I say that right? I think it's Op, not Ope. It is Op. Which is huge because TK is not a huge movie theater guy. So if I can get him to go, that's a really big deal. You bought a package of 100 stickers that have a character that looks like your dog. 100 different stickers. I would have gotten to 100 of those squares and said, that's it. Tina, that's what's so great about this project is that I can get to 100 squares and say that's it and walk away and then come back a few months later and be like, well, I'll do 100 more. This thing's going to take me 80 years to make, let's be honest. It's been 85 years. 84 years? Yeah, I'm going with a bunch with my gaming friends, actually. Now I just have to find something pink to wear. to... Pink I might? I don't think I have any pink in my wardrobe. I have to look. Maybe I should just find myself a Barbie t-shirt. Listen, the little girl in me has cried so many times watching that silly trailer. This movie just looks amazing. Last movie you saw in the theaters was It Chapter 2. The last movie I saw in the theater was Dungeons and Dragons. But I'm trying to think the last movie I saw in a theater was TK. Because he and I have not been to a movie theater together since before COVID. Because everything shut down as far as movie theaters go. And then he realized, he's like, I don't really like theaters that much. So we stopped going. Shit, I cannot tell you what the last movie we saw in the theater was. It was probably a Marvel flick, honestly. Maybe not, though. You'll go to a theater with your husband in spirit. Theaters are guaranteed anxiety attacks. It took you 4 years to make your scrappy hexagon English paper piece quilt top. Woohoo! Thims. I would love to see pictures of it. I bet it's beautiful. I started this at the beginning of this year, I think. So I'm about halfway through it. I'll take that as success. Last movie you saw in the theaters was Titanic. I saw Titanic in the theaters about 17 times. That is not an exaggeration. In fact, I might be underestimating that number. Please keep in mind that that movie came out when I was a freshman in high school, and my best friend was obsessed with it. Like, beyond obsessed. I thought it was good. I was a teenage girl, whatever. But she was obsessed. And I remember we dragged her boyfriend and a bunch of our guy friends with us once. And our friend Chad, yes, I had a friend named Chad, everybody did. He was so tired of listening to her sob before anything bad even started to happen that when they hit the iceberg, he jumped up out of his seat and started running up and down the aisle, screaming, running with his hands up, going, "Oh my God, we're going to drown! We're going to die! We're going to drown! Oh my God! Women and children! Get your women and children!" Needless to say, we got kicked out of the theater, so maybe 17 and a half times. I want to see both. I totally want to see both. The Little Mermaid is the first movie I remember seeing in the theater. I was 5, and I insisted that my parents sit in the very first row, in the middle, like this. And I was obsessed with that movie for years. It's the first movie that I ever owned on VHS when I was a little girl. We didn't even have a VCR player because we had been robbed at one point in time. I think that same year, actually. On Christmas Eve. So we didn't have a VCR for years. And then, but my parents bought me a copy of The Little Mermaid when it came out on VHS to hold on to until we got a VCR. Oh my gosh, Elizabeth, that sounds miserable. The longest movie you ever saw in the theater. It is a long-ass movie. Eska. I never saw Downton Abbey, let alone the movie. Well, imagine the longest movie you've ever seen in a theater. 17 and a half times. I think we might have, Bubbles. I think we might have. It was one of the Lord of the Rings. I was young. It was the first row, and you got neck pains. Yep. Yeah, that first row was balls. But you don't know that when you're 5 or 6. You're like, the closer I am, the better. What are your parents going to do? Tell you no? I mean, they should. They should be like, no, just trust us on this one. Our necks and your neck will appreciate it in 2 hours. I do remember when the last Harry Potter movie came out. You know, back before all the shit hit the fan. Legit old school Harry Potter, not the Fantastic Beasts. So, Deathly Hallows Part 2. I went with the guy I was seeing at the time, not TK, and we went to a midnight showing because I went to a midnight showing for all of the Harry Potter movies. And we got there late. I don't remember why we got there late, but we did. And so we were kind of off to the side and close to the front, but that was fine. The film was broken. So we were in the theater at midnight. The movie didn't start till 1:30 and nobody left. We waited and the poor ushers came in and they tried to do stand up for us. They tried to do like contests for people's costumes, even though they didn't really have anything to give away. So they were giving away free movie passes and shit like that. It was a shit show. We stayed. Everybody stayed. We did not get home till like 4 a.m. because we were going to, my God, we were going to see this movie. So yeah, that was something else. The Lord of the Rings were long. Oh, Land Before Time. So Jurassic Park, I saw it at a drive-in. And it was one of those double features where you've got the kid movie first and then you've got the adult movie, and the kids are supposed to fall asleep during the adult movie, right? So the Flintstones was the child feature and totally loved it. And then I fell asleep like a good kid. But I woke up in the middle of Jurassic Park, and I woke up, spoiler alert, by the way, I woke up when the lawyer gets eaten off the toilet by the T-Rex. And then I promptly went back to bed. I was very confused, a little disturbed. I was like, huh, it's not Fred Flintstone. And so I snuggled back up and went back to sleep. And that was my Jurassic Park experience. I didn't actually see it for many years until after that. But what a time to wake up, kid. What a time. Yeah, Tina, that's too close. Me and my older stepbrother, he stood up and yelled, "Long live the fighters!" That's fantastic. Midnight showings, the thing I used to do before I had kids, right? Really not all bad. Truth, leftmost. Here's the last Harry Potter movie. I was so reclined trying to see the screen that you fell asleep. So when they did when the Star Wars movies did the prequels, right? The ones that we don't speak about. When the third one came out, I made my boyfriend at that time was obsessed with Star Wars. Clearly I have a type. I made him a Jedi robe. I do not sew, guys, and I made an epic Jedi robe for him to wear to the midnight showing of, I think, the third one. He had two jobs he worked, so he was exhausted. But we went, and I remember we're in the theater, we're watching this movie, everybody's dead silent, and he starts snoring next to me because he's fallen asleep. I mean, the movies weren't great, let's be honest, but he was just tired. That's why he fell asleep. But everybody's staring at us, and I'm like elbowing him. I'm like, wake up. Please, God, wake up. I don't want to die. Wake up. It was so funny. You guys get all the stories tonight. Oh my gosh. Jump, Timmy, jump. So good. To another movie, free since Pearl Harbor movie broke down. Oh no. In the second Hobbit movie, I was so tired. I woke up with, oh no. Roxanne. So the Jedi robe I made was made out of Italian wool. He paid for the fabric, but it was like fancy as fuck. That thing draped so nicely. It's the perfect color. Oh my God, it was so cool. He probably never wore it again. He probably got rid of it, which is the dumbest thing ever. Your dad used to fall asleep and snore in the theater. He wasn't allowed to go with us for many years, right? Don't do that. Take your snoring somewhere else. I've never fallen asleep in a theater. There's too much stimulation going on. And I get overstimulated really easily, so I don't like 3D movies for that reason. And I especially don't like 3D movies with those creepy ass chairs where like they vibrate and they bounce around when shit's happening. I went and saw one of the Avenger movies in those things with the 3D glasses because my friends wanted to go. And they're like, we'll get the full experience. Oh my God, I was so stressed through the whole movie. Like every time I was like, oh God, a fight scene's coming. A fight scene's coming. I'm like holding on for dear life because I know I'm going to get jostled around again. I'm too cold to fall asleep in the theater. Agreed, Bubbles. First of the new Star Wars movies, I don't enjoy Star Wars. I like the original 3 Star Wars movies, and I liked the first of the last 3, and I didn't mind the last one of the last 3, but that second one was just a shit show. It was terrible. But they could have been done better. I feel like Disney has made up for it with some of the television that they've come out for Star Wars. Like, I feel like they looked at what they did and they went, okay, yeah, sorry, our bad. Here, have a whole lot of fan love in these television shows instead. Enjoy. And we have, and it's been great. And I will take it. Oh no, those chairs, not for Deadpool. He legit dies like a bazillion times. No. Oh no, Marie. The first new Star Wars movie was the last movie I ever got to go see midnight. Oh no. Being extra bad. I had a seizure last night and my hand tremors. Oh, Emily, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm glad you're here with us though. Your typing is fine. Heckle Vision at a local theater. Yep. They set it up so you, yeah, I've heard of those. There's also Sniff-A-Vision that you can do where they have like sniffing things that you can smell, and I love theater that does audience participation. It's just the best. Cuz it's a different experience every night. I know we're at that time. I'm just trying to figure out finish up this square. This is the last row on it. Ah, I keep sliding right off there. Damn it. There we go. Clearly this square is like, no, I do not want to be finished, lady. Leave me alone. That's okay. I think I have more than 5 of them. I think a few of them dropped behind my wall. I'll have to find them. So I might already have 10 of them. It doesn't really matter, honestly. I could have 12. Nobody's going to stop me. Okay. I don't like autocorrect either. I hate it on my phone because it's not just autocorrect, but it insists that's the word it's going to use. Like, I have to go 5 million ways around town to make it use the correct word. I'm like, why do you think that that's what I want to say? What's wrong with you? I mean, I know I can't spell for shit, but jeez. Okay, you guys. It's time for our final round of Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. What? Already? Time flies. See what it's gonna be. Elizabeth McGinnis, I don't think you're on my list. Hold on. No, ma'am, you are not. Congratulations on being the final contestant on the Wheel Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. Yay! It's my almost birthday twin. Okay, so here's the wheel. It's beautiful. You love it. I love it. We're all fond of it. So let's get that dad joke. If that works, I'm going to be amazed. What's the merch code, though? You still win.
Congratulations, you're a winner!
Like, aw. You are a winner, so you know how the merch code works. Just message me on Discord to remind me, and I will get that code right over to you. And if you have more than one merch code right now, you can use them repeatedly. So in this order, the next order, so on and so forth. You can just pop a code on there and get all the stickers and buttons you could possibly want. Wheel, thank you so much. We'll see you next Wednesday. This Wednesday.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. And thank you so much for being a subscriber. We really appreciate all of our members and subscribers on YouTube. And we also appreciate our patrons. That's right. Our patrons are rock awesome. You guys put an extra little oomph into everything for us and help the show and the business be what it is. And we try to reward you and thank you with cool stuff like the Fleece to Finish project, which is this Saturday. It's any level, by the way. So sign up today, patreon.com/bosskitty. And then we're doing things like this super secret release of a product that you guys will have a whole month early access on and 10% off for the first 48 hours, which is a big wow factor. There's tons of backlogs of VOD of Fleece to Finish projects. We have a few Throwback Thursdays on there from like when we were on the Twitch channel and shit like that. I'm singing on there at some point. And then we have some stretch goals. Once we hit 75 patrons over there, we will have haikus by TK. And once we hit 100, we will have a patron-exclusive colorway for our patrons. So it will be available at all times. You guys will actually get to create the color and name it as well. And it'll be available on all of our bases. So thank you so much for being a patron. If you want to join today at any of our levels, it's as low as $5.99 a month. Patreon.com/BossKitty. Okay. And I believe I hear Katie Kitty. Did I set it up tonight? I don't think I set it up, did I? And nobody said anything? Is it already in there under something else? I bet you guys put all your show and tell in the old show and tell, which is totally fine because I did not set it up. So we'll figure this shit out. Oh no. Discord's opening. It'll just be a second. Maybe. Discord, what are you doing? Oh my. You guys get to sit here and hang out with me because Discord is loading. Oh, here we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you guys have old show and tell in here, which is totally fine. It's not an issue. Just let me find it. Because what we'll do is... No, look at that. It's brand new show and tell. Somebody is amazing and fixed it for me. Thanks, TK.
Time to clean up.
Hi, Kelly. It was good to see you.
Yay!
You might have more Bruiser and Cat's Cradle back in the shop. Bubbles, I actually have a bunch available right now. I just need to update the inventory for it. So I'll do that tonight after the show for you. And then I'll message you to let you know. I think I've got like 4 or 6 skeins available right now. How much do you need? You cleaned it out, Yarn Pirate. Thank you. Oh my gosh, you guys, you know what? Let's give a shout out to our mods. Yarn Pirate and Left. I mean, all of our mods are pretty great, but I know you're really on top of this kind of stuff, and I appreciate it. Samantha, here is Samantha's nephew, Liam. Adorable. And here are some of her friends in a baseball game, I'm guessing. And some water buffalo. That's really awesome. Water buffalo butt. Yarn Pirate did this for you. Well, you still got a shout out, TK. Current projects. Angora Cal and July Stitch and Scream. Yes. I love the Angora, and this Stitch and Scream looks so good in these colors. Breakfast. Oh, maybe I'll have breakfast for dinner. I had cereal. Maybe I'll have some sausage and eggs. This looks so stinking good. It looks like it's steak and an omelet. I love omelets, you guys. And then the New River from our first taste of this year's monsoon. Holy hot shit. Wow, it just comes up out of nowhere, doesn't it? Look at these cloud formations. It's amazing to me how different landscape can look in different states. I'm fascinated by it. Emma is working on it's on the home stretch of the body now. It probably doesn't actually look like TV static, but I dig it. Actually, it does look like TV static. That is exactly what I think of, because you've got the black up here and all this white and stuff. And I love the yellows and the pinks and the blues. I think it's perfect. I would wear the hell out of this. And if you're making a pattern, you're calling it TV static, I think that's what you should go with. Now I want to make a colorway called TV static. Night, Marie. Hey, I finished this scrap cardigan today, and it's all done. It's all done going in the front loops from foundation chain on up. This is all my pattern, I promise. And hi, Boss Kitty. Hi, TK. How are you? This looks great. Oh my gosh, I love it. So it reminds me kind of like Aladdin's vest, but with kind of sleeves on it, which I love, kind of that crop vibe. It's open. The colors are fantastic. I love the brown on the back. That's your pattern? Congrats, girl. That's amazing. Mashed potatoes. You have to eat those mashed potatoes in a fancy cup, though. That is what I learned from Liz Lemon. Bubbles finished a cute cowl from the Minnesota Yarn Shop hop over the weekend. Lovely. Oh, it's got a tie down here. That's so damn cute. Your cows are always so great. You spent hours putting those colors together. You're colorblind. Lots of cussing. It looks great, Emily. A full bobbin of you spun this weekend. It's gorgeous. Oh, I'm so happy that you guys have been inspired to start spinning again. You have no idea how happy that makes me. Oh, and a kitten piles. Boys will turn 1 year old. No, they won't. There's no way you've had them. I guess they were probably like 3 months when you got them. Even so, look at those boys. You have the same window ledge piece that we have for our kitties, and our kitties like to kitten pile on them too. Oh, they're so stinking cute. Nietzsche, working on a teddy with some Bernat Pop pictures of my kiddos, and who are the most two important people in my life. I love the colors on this. It's very pridey. Oh my gosh. So good. Your formation is fantastic. When I make amigurumi, they do not look this good. Oh, look at those kids. You got some good looking kids there. I bet you're one of the most important people in their life as well. I used to have a little heart emoji that would pop up, and I don't have it anymore. T on the home stretch with these socks. Yes, they look fantastic. I love them. I love your sock blockers. I gotta find my socks, you guys, because they are wonky, and I want to show you what's going on there. These look so good. Virginia, making good progress on my second sock while visiting my dad in Kentucky. His dog, Boomer, chomping on his sister Beretta's nose, and the picture of the Lost River Cave we visited today with my son in the purple shirt facing the camera and cheesing. Your socks look great. The texture is wonderful. I love everything that's going on with these socks, and the colors are outstanding. Look at that boop. Oh my goodness. Puppy love right there, although it looks ferocious. Your kid is adorable. That's really cool. It's stuff, see, stuff like this. Totally different landscape, totally different types of plant life. It's just rock formations different. It's so cool. Eska, we had a busy weekend, including picking 9 pounds of blueberries that you pick that are largely destined for jam. Yes, excellent. I'm almost done with my hat for cracking games next season, and I finished my first embroidery sampler because, of course, I need a new fiber hobby. Those blueberries look so yummy. I need to do a U-pick. I don't have space for a blueberry bush, or I just plant a blueberry bush. Your Kraken hat is on fire. I love the colors. You really need to learn your Empire. I think you would pick it up really quickly. And the fact that this is your first embroidery piece, it's gorgeous, Eska. I love the frame within the frame. I like the fabric you used with the tie-dye, neutral kind of toned tie-dye in the background. Oh, it's a very peaceful piece. It's lovely. You should be very proud of it. Vicky is starting to assemble the Granny Square cardigan, 144 squares. And then started the cow blanket from Furls and Miss Domestic Middle Finger blanket using Furls Wonder Yarn in Mahogany, Marmalade, and Atlantis. I love that domestic middle finger. I like that you have baggies for your granny squares. That's very clever. This is going to look so great. And I love the colors you're using for this. I have a sweater that I made out of very similar colors. It had kind of a funky 70s vibe, which I love. I think it's great. This is going to it's going to be so delightful. You're going to just snuggle the hell up in that. Crochet hooked. Stinky Kurt says hello. Hello, Stinky Kurt. I don't get to see your face today, but look at your adorable little head and your paws. Miss Monster finished the first sock, started the second. Yarn is BK Cat's Cradle in Laurel Palmer. And it looks beautiful. You're such a sock whiz. I know I said it last time you showed these off, but I really do love the raised cable stitch where you have the pearls in the background. It's one of my favorites. Left, I made soup opistu this weekend. A summer vegetable soup made with fresh local veggies from the farmer's market. Zucchini, leek, onion, carrot, turnip, and potato. Then with a dollop of Provence's native version of pesto made with garlic, basil, and tomato. That sounds delightful. I have some basil blossoms that I'm going to make pesto out of. I'm very excited about. This looks so good. Carmen, here's my vintage spinning wheel and some fiber samples for learning to spin. What a lovely wheel. Holy hot damn, she's gorgeous. Can't wait to hear what you name her. Oops. Oh, yes, excellent. So let us know what fibers they gave you for spinning with. I can suggest a few types of fibers. JK can suggest a few types of fibers. When you're first learning, I don't recommend merino. Are the staples a little too short for learning? BFL is a really great fiber for starting off with. Catastrophe. Cherry, pistachio, scallion salad. Shut your mouth. And peach boysenberry cobbler. Oh my god, this is the most beautiful salad I have ever seen. And you had to pit all those cherries. I've been there. But it's gorgeous. Oh, that cobbler. Guys. That's what we have for show and tell, my loves. What a great show. It's so good to be back after weekends. I always miss you guys so much. So yeah, no craft hole tomorrow. We're moving that to just on Thursdays for now because TK's doing a lot of stuff right now. So we will have craft hole on Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific time right here on the channel. Stay tuned on Wednesday for another BK Live at 6:30 p.m. And if you're a patron, keep your eyes open for little hints and teases about what we'll be releasing in just a few short weeks in August, directly for our patrons for a whole month before we release it to anybody else. And you guys get 10% off for the first 2 days. So what can I say? We're awesome. If I don't see you on Wednesday and you're a patron, I hope to see you on Saturday at 11 a.m. for Fleece to Finish Project. You guys will be the very first people to see me ever weave in my life, and I'm terrified. So if you want to see that shit show happen, head over to patreon.com/BossKitty. Sign up today because it'll totally be worth me making a fool out of myself. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. I hope that you work on something absolutely spectacular that you can show off to me on Wednesday. So with that, pat yourselves on the back, take a bow, and as always, my loves, happy crafting. Good night.